Your Honor, the defense calls Todd Manning.
You okay?
I was till now.
Just remember, you know the true story, no matter what kind of lies Todd Manning tries to tell.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
So help me God.
Tell us more about yourself, Mr. Manning. About Landview University.
Not much to tell. I'm a regular guy. Average student.
A regular son of a...
Let's not be modest. You're an absolute standout on the Landview University football team. You're the top-ranking player.
I played a little defensive end, yeah. But what I'm most proud of is my affiliation with the Fellowship of Athletes. We do a lot of community service.
Yes, and you are also a member of the Future Entrepreneurs of America, the Community Relations Committee, and Kappa Alpha Delta Fraternity. Isn't that true? Is that where you met Marty Saybrook?
No. She wasn't hanging out with the fraternity crowd back then. The first time I actually met Marty was one night at Rhodey's Tavern.
Let's talk about that night. Is that also the same night that Jason Webb and Swade Pruitt testified about? When you instructed Powell Lord to get Marty Saybrook's brassiere as some kind of trophy?
It was a pledge prank for a scavenger hunt. I know it sounds crass, but believe me, it's mild next to what some of the other fraternities put their pledges through. And I thought Marty had a sense of humor. I've since learned otherwise.
Marty didn't appreciate the prank?
Yes and no.
Can you explain that?
Well, I thought she was mad at me. But the next time I saw her at Rhodey's, she kept looking at me. You know, that way.
Mr. Manning, are you saying that Marty Saybrook was being provocative?
Objection.
Let me put it another way. Mr. Manning, did Marty Saybrook do more than look at you?
Yes, ma'am. She bought me a beer. We had a few. We danced a little. Then I took her home.
To the fraternity house?
No, to her house. She invited me.
And what happened there?
She took me upstairs. We had sex.
Objection. Your Honor, Miss Gannon has once again managed to introduce some aspect of Miss Saybrook's sexual history, and that is totally inadmissible.
Mr. Gannon seems to forget that you've already ruled on the rape shield law as it applies to the defendant's sexual history.
Thank you. I don't need to be reminded, Counselor. Miss Saybrook's past relationships with any and all defendants is admissible and relevant. All other past sexual conduct is not. Objection overruled. Continue, Miss Gannon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Manning, did you force yourself on Marty Saybrook that night?
Absolutely not.
What happened after you had sex with her?
She went weird.
Your Honor.
Sustained.
Without the adjectives, what happened?
It was football season, okay? I had a curfew. Besides, I had a psychology exam the next morning. So when she begged me to stay, I did my...
Wait a minute. Marty asked you to stay the night?
She pleaded with me. And when I said I couldn't, that I had to get back to the campus, she got upset. I felt sorry for her. I wanted to stay, but my teammates were counting on me, so I had to leave her. If I had to do again, I would have stayed.
Why do you say that?
Because I didn't know at the time how much this would hurt her, make her angry. Angry enough to start this horrible lie about me and my friends.
Your Honor, if the witness is going to be allowed to make prejudicial statements without regard...
Very quick. You beat me to it. Sustained. The jury will disregard the witness's last remark. And Miss Gannon, you know better. You will ask the questions of the witness, and the witness will respond without editorial. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Saybrook was friendly.
Intimate.
Then how do you account for the testimony of Emily Haynes and Milton Biddlecombe, that you were arguing loudly at the spring fling?
Sure we argued. I just said our relationship was intimate. Look, when Marty and I are together, sparks fly. Sometimes it's sexy. Sometimes it's more like an argument. But we always get off on it.
So it's kind of like a game between you.
That's it.
And the inflatable doll that was tossed around at the spring fling labeled Marty the party girl?
Another game. Look, I know it sounds gross, but believe me, if you'd heard the whole story, you'd know that Marty got the last laugh on me.
So you weren't acting out of any kind of anger because you'd failed the calculus exam?
Sure, I was angry. I was angry about the exam. Yeah, it almost cost me a year's worth of eligibility for football. And maybe my first impulse was to blame Marty for distracting me with a lot of heavy breathing instead of prepping me for the test like she said she would. Luckily, I took a retest and passed, so everything's cool.
So the night of the spring fling, there was no hidden agenda, no secret revenge you planned against Marty?
No. I was there to have fun, like she was. I figured we'd have a few beers, get into one of our usual fights, and then make up, like always.
And did you make up?
Yes, ma'am. Upstairs, in Kevin Buchanan's room.
Mr. Manning, what exactly did happen in Kevin Buchanan's room?
It's a code with us at the Kappa Alpha Delta fraternity. If one of the brothers is in trouble, we all pitch in.
That's why you went upstairs that night?
Yeah. Some of the brothers had been drinking. Some of the freshmen were feeling a little sick from too much beer. Immaturity. So, Zach, Powell, and I went upstairs to make sure that everything was okay. And that's when we saw her.
Saw whom?
Marty Saybrook.
Where was she?
Kevin's door was open. And she was lying back on the bed. And she had this funny grin on her face, like she gets when she's up to something wild and crazy.
Objection!
Sustained. Mr. Manning, a little less vivid, more precise, if you don't mind.
Mr. Manning, did you force your way into Kevin Buchanan's room?
No, ma'am. Well, she invited us. She said that the real party was about to begin.
And how did you react to this?
I wasn't surprised.
Even though you'd been arguing downstairs earlier?
No, I said before, Marty, she changes like the weather. One minute she wants to fight, next she wants to kiss and forget it.
Okay. So that's when you went into the room. You and Mr. Rosen and Mr. Lord. What then?
Then she did surprise me. She told Powell to lock the door.
Liar. He's the one who told Powell to lock it.
It doesn't matter. She said it was a private party. And to prove it, she danced with all three of us. Really close.
He's lying. He made me.
What happened then?
Look, I'm not proud of this. I should never have let her tempt me. I know that. The guy's only human. And when a woman's as wild as Marty, and that's the way she wants it.
What way, Mr. Manning? What did she want?
She wanted to have sex with us. All three of us. She kept grabbing and clawing at us, and she never once said stop.
He's lying! Every word is a lie! Why are you lying? You have to stop him! No! He's lying! He's lying! No! You're
Make it work.
Your Honor, on Miss Saybrook's behalf, I do apologize. But on the other hand, it is quite difficult to remain in your seat in the face of this performance given by Mr. Manning.
You will get your turn, Counselor. Miss Gannon.
Thank you. Mr. Manning, I know this is not easy. It is not easy for anyone. But we need to hear the facts. However painful or regrettable. You had sex with Marty Saybrook?
Yes, ma'am.
Consensual sex? She didn't resist?
Resist? She initiated it. First with me, then Zach, then Powell. It wasn't until afterwards that she decided that she'd done something bad.
Your Honor!
Jury, disregard that last statement. The facts, Mr. Manning.
The facts, Todd. The facts. After you had sex with Marty Saybrook, how did she behave?
She got upset.
She was crying, she was hysterical?
No. No, she was upset that we might tell. She made us promise that we'd never talk about what we'd done. And then she told us to leave. She wanted to finish her booze. She had this flask that she kept with her all the time, like a teddy bear.
Judge, one more time.
We apologize for the teddy bear. Mr. Manning, it is obvious to anyone who has been sitting in this courtroom that your testimony and Marty's are completely at odds.
One of us is lying, and it's not me.
Why do you think Marty is lying?
I've searched my heart about that, Miss Gannon. I guess I must have hurt her feelings more than I know that night that I had to leave her, and that this is her way of hurting me back. Sometimes I think that I deserve it. That she was reaching out for me that first night that we spent together. That she was needy for companionship. And if I'd only been a little more sensitive, then maybe.
One more question, Mr. Manning. How do you feel about Marty Saybrook now?
I feel sorry for her. She needs help. But I think that there's one thing that she should know. Marty, I forgive you.
Todd, you were brilliant up there, man. Pure Jimmy Stewart.
Think so? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I was going for Henry Fonda.
Real convincing.
Oh, well, thank you, pal, Lord III. Let me tell you something. You better be just as convincing when it's your turn. Or else.
Or else what? Sweet.
Who is? Look, man, you better keep your paws off of me. I'm going to send you back to the zoo.
I took you apart once before. Remember, killer? My only mistake was not finishing the job.
Let's wait. Let him go, Father. Come on. Let him take his best shot. It's the sucker punch. That's his special.
Todd, don't forget him, man. Forget him. He's nobody.
Come on. We don't need this. Todd.
He's nobody.
Somebody's got to shut him up, Andrew. I know this is not in your religion, but
I think I want to take Manning's head off. It's not going to do Marty any good. It isn't going to help her, is it?
Yeah, well, what is going to help her?